What's up, everybody? We're Nirvana Long Rod here, and today I'm going to talk about Awesome Dre and the time Awesome Dre dissed both Kool Moe She and LL Cool J, two separate songs on the same record. Pretty rare one here, right here. Lame Loser, Out of Reach, I Don't Like You. 1988 Joe Run Records. Correction, Jourland Records. Joe Run is a Canadian thing, a totally different thing. Jourland, that was Awesome Dre's label back then. Now, Awesome Dre, if you don't know, is a classic OG Detroit MC. One of the originals, especially one to really break out. He had a classic album, You Can't Hold Me Back, Awesome Dre and the Hardcore Committee. But this single is actually before that album. It's not actually his first single. His first single is this, Hardcore, Dean of Rap, My Little Friend. My Little Friend is interesting because that's actually the first one where we started doing that whole Scarface thing, as in the Tony Montana, Al Pacino Scarface. It's on his album a lot, in the intros and stuff, but this is the song where he really turned Scarface into a hip-hop thing. But anyway, this is his first single. We're talking about his second single. So I actually interviewed Awesome Dre a couple of years ago, and in fact I'll put a link to that, down in the description or wherever. It's on my blog. Anyway, so I interviewed Awesome Dre, and I got to ask him about this. And so the thing was, okay, so he explained it, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, but he was a Kool Moe She fan. I think all of us were in the old school days. As much as people might kind of knock Kool Moe She and see as corny with the shades and the Teddy Riley production, I think everybody respected Kool Moe She as one of the lyrical greats in the old days. When he came out, with dissing Busy Bee, turning basically battle rap into a whole new form and phenomena, to like the new rap language with the Spoonie G and the Treacherous Three. He raised the notch for everybody. So like a lot of us, I guess, when LL Cool J and the Kool Moe She beef started, we were all just sort of looking for Kool Moe She to crush him and make this incredible stuff. And he did have some great disses. They both had great disses that went back and forth for years, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with the Kool Moe She, LL Cool J beef, so I won't get too into that. But he didn't really, if anything, LL Cool J won. And that pissed off Awesome Dre, as a Kool Moe She fan. He really, he was looking to Kool Moe She, and he felt like Kool Moe She let him down. So he was mad, and that's what inspired him to do the Kool Moe She diss, I Don't Like You. So then after we recorded that song, he's like, well, fuck it, I don't represent LL either. I'm from Detroit, I'm not down with either of these guys, so he dissed LL Cool J too. And then he did this classic photo here, which is the picture cover to this. It's also the photo wound up being on the album, or a related photo. There he is. That's, obviously meant to be LL Cool J there in the troupe, and Kool Moe She with the shades and the hat and everything. Cool picture on the back too. Detroit Disposal. So despite the order in which he recorded them, Lame Loser comes up first. Lame Loser is an LL Lame Loser. And it's really everything you would want from an Awesome Dre diss record. It's hardcore, it's rugged, it's Dre, doing what he does best. It's not really his best material. Let's face it, something like You Can't Hold Me Back is classic. It's an amazing song. Lame Loser is good, it's a solid song, but probably the most interesting thing about it, the most compelling thing about it is the fact that it's an LL Cool J diss. Otherwise, it's not really as good as, like I say, You Can't Hold Me Back or Executioner Style or something like that. Those are songs where he really killed it. But these are still some dope, hardcore, Awesome Dre tracks.
Who's the baddest? You or Michael? I can decide. They got my mind in cycles. You ain't bad. You ain't a bruiser. LL stands for lame loser. You ain't raw and you ain't rowdy. Only being raw about you is your Audi. Yo, LL, go to hell. Don't let me catch it cause I'm gonna ring your bell. I hate you. Would never imitate you. Fuck around. I wear you down like brake shoes. I'll be malicious. All types of vicious. Don't get in the Detroit River with the fishes. You think to be bad, but so does Michael Jackson. You're slipping around your troops like a fraction. If you can get with the hardcore committee, raise a blade from Bobcat into a little kitty. Creator, DJ impersonator. I put a bomb in your arm and press the detonator. E-love, you got the rhythm of a rock like TNL. Be on time like clockwork, synchronized movement. You need improvement. You didn't even know what the word groove meant. You thought it's a prince and not the right name. Cause over your whole parade, I'm pouring boomerang. Take out the Kango, cause I'm sick of staring at it. But you don't dare, boy, because your hair is mad. You ain't bad. You ain't a bruiser. LL stands for lame loser. It's not a busy step or a front. It's like you're a fox and I on the hunt.
By the way, that line, Razorblade takes out Bobcat. They're talking about their DJs there. Razorblade was Awesome Dre's DJ at the time, and Bobcat was, of course, DJ Bobcat, who's down with West Coast DJ, but who hooked up with LL Cool J around the time when LL was down with the LA Posse. So then second is I Don't Like You. Or is it, I Don't Like You is the only one that wound up being included on his album. And there it has the extended title of I Don't Like You, parentheses, Kool Moe She. So I guess just in case you weren't sure, it was a Kool Moe diss. Once it was separated from the single, he spells it out. I Don't Like You is blatantly, obviously an answer to Kool Moe D's song How You Like Me Now, which was his big retort to LL Cool J, and just one of Kool Moe D's best records, especially best in the later 80s to 90s period. So, it's obviously a direct answer to cutting up, How You Like Me Now, I Don't Like You. And again, it's another fun, cool, hardcore record. This is a little bit more playful, I think. But still some more vintage classic Awesome Dre.
Let me tell you something about Kool Moe D, cause when it comes to rockin' rhymes, he's a fool to me. I threw his tape on, then I listened. Then I said, wait a second, something must be missing. What is this shit? I took it and pinched it, just like a bad day. What did you do? I ditched it. Kool Moe who? That brother is through. I heat him up and burn him, then I serve him at a barbecue. Surely you must jest. Come to Detroit if you want a real slugfest. I got a posse, cock strong and brick hard. Be on your guard, or you'll be in the graveyard. Always talking about coming from the old school. I'll have to ridicule, cause you're not cool, you're a fool. I overrule sitting on a dust stool. You can't do work because you lack tools. How you like? I don't like. How you like? I never liked you. How you like? I never will like you. Just like a football, that's how it will spike you. Funny style dressing, how the hips boots wearing. Take off those glasses, the sun is not glaring.
Then finally there's Out of Touch, which is another sort of non-album cut, depending which version of the album you got. It's not on the original LP, but it is on the cassette version and the CD version, both of which had several bonus tracks, including Out of Reach from the single. So if you got the LP, then this is a new one on the 12-inch, but if you got the CD or the cassette, and I got the cassette, so I'm not dissing the cassettes, then you've already got the song. But still, it's another cool, again, it's not one of his best, it's not, You Can't Hold Me Back, but it's still a great vintage Awesome Dre, and that's really what we're looking for here.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to have just an off-the-cuff chat between you and me. Us. We want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
Who's this refugee-looking MC? What? Another sucker trying to get with me? Well, I told you once, I'm sick and tired of punks coming in my face, popping this weak junk. Because the nickel and dime weak rhyme waste my time. When will they realize I'm in my prime? I'm well inclined, and they can never get mine. My rhyme is deadly and strychnine is poisonous. This ain't Toys R Us. You wanna play? Don't get the school bus, fool. I'll sit you on a dump stool. You face the corner while I'm ridicule. I'll rule this city under obesity, and I'll be ruling from now until infinity. You can replace me, never erase me. I'm not a sucker, so you never will chase me. I'll be the chaser, hope you're a racer. Cause when I catch you, I'll disgrace you. I'm the commander of the echelon, a rap phenomenon. I got more power than Megatron. I'm like a mastodon, but I'll never reach extinction. I'll just pass all of my distinctions to my son. When I have one, don't have one yet, I didn't jump the gun. I just wait till the situation's straight. Then I won't hesitate, I will create. Hear me preach, listen to me teach. Suckers can't touch me cause I'm out of reach.
So there you go, 3 dope cuts, Awesome Dre and the Hardcore Committee, a really cool, overlooked, old-school group. I think, sure, everybody from Detroit, Michigan knows who he is, but people outside of that, I think, sort of slept on him, but really dope. And also, of course, some classic, important hip-hop history with some beef, some disses that kind of a little bit lost in time, but are worth tracking now. This 12-inch is actually pretty rare and pretty hard to find, but it's worth it if you can, of course. So till next time, we're here on Rod. Peace out.